Hey, I'm Kev Kermuscon. Welcome to Automobilista 2. As we start 16 out 16, drivers get 15 opponents at 90% level. For 10 laps round Bathurst. As apparently we've already got severe damage. I don't know how, because we just started the friggin' race, so. You may have noticed we're not in the usual supercars that drive around there. We're in Superkarts. They're similar, you know, the one's got a K and a T in it instead of a C. They're 250cc carts. They've got 100 brake horsepower. But they lap this, according to the world record at least, in a similar time to the supercars. So let's see what they're like around here. We're making the moves. We've got 90% opponents just as the default setting, 50% aggression. I can't remember what damage is on. Hopefully it's on light. We've made our way up from the back 2-8. Well, this is what I was struggling with in practice. I mean, I've done one lap round it. And these carts for this. Well, this is what you love about sim racing sometimes, the insanity of having a combo like this available to you. I'm pretty sure that's a glitch on the right hand side. But why am I in Automobilista 2? Finally! It's version 1, it got released. We'll try and go around the outside here into the chase. So it finally became version 1 on the 1st of July, but with F1, with TT, Isle of Man, with MotoGP, I haven't really had much time to sit down and play it, finally. Let's do the send. Oh, he switched back on me. Oh, I'm boxed in, no. But it came out of early access after like 3 months in early access since the end of March. I played Automobilista at the beginning of early access. I was not the biggest fan as yet. That will happen every lap. It just was, the hand was just all over the place. I was not a fan of it. And this is from someone who's been a fan of Risa Studios who made this. The Sim Studio made game Superkart back in 2011 was their first game. Then they made Formula Truck 2013, game Superkart Extreme, and then Automobilista. So I really did like Risa Studios, like all they had done up to this, but yeah, beginning of early access, I'm not a fan of Automobilista 2. I mean, this is their first game on the Madness engine from Slightly Mad Studios, who make Project Cars. You'll see this engine in Project Cars 3 later this year. But Project Cars is a very divisive series, shall we say. It's got its fans, no doubt, but is it the most kind of awkward and it's a bit all over the place, shall we say, with its kind of action handling. And now in this, like with Project Cars 3, they've just decided, yeah, we're actually an arcade game, which I think would actually be a good move, to be honest. I also a lawnmower. Because Project Cars 1 and 2, yeah, they're Sims and you can dump them into Sims, but you also maybe dump them in that kind of grey area in between Sims and arcades as well. At least now with 3, if they have just gone arcade, I think it would be good, especially as they've been bought by Codemasters, have Slightly Mad Studios over the winter, and could be a good home for them. Hopefully it is. But then I remember when Codemasters got the Evo Studios guys who made Drive Club, PS4, who made Motorstorm for PS3, to the old World Rally games as well, back for the PS1. When they brought those guys on the majority of them, and they did Onrush, and then that wasn't commercially successful, so they just split up the whole gang after one game. I was, oh my god, it's all over the place. Not surprised though around it. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant on celebrating the news that Slightly Mad Studios have been bought by Codemasters. And the fact that studios being bought by other entities sometimes doesn't end well. Occasionally it does. But you just have to look at EA's record with buying studios and then evaporating them a few years later. So for you to be a bit cautious on Slightly Mad Studios being bought by Codemasters, but I'm excited to see what Project Cars 3 brings, because there's a big space in the arcade place to fill there. With the failure of Grid from last year, I was maybe thinking that's maybe a factor why Codemasters bought Slightly Mad Studios as well. If Project Cars 3 is going to be more arcade, then you've naturally got a successor there, Cody's do. The Grid franchise, which is unfortunately the last iteration just died on its feet. I mean, after a month of it being out, it's already getting half price discounts. That's how bad Grid was received. As going free wide in front. Got nowhere to go though. So yeah, very interesting what Project Cars 3 will be in a couple months, but that's where the Madness engine comes from, and you can definitely feel some of that Project Cars 2-ness in maybe some of the handling at first, but I've tried this game out for a few hours since it's become version 1, and this car isn't particularly the best handling. I'm running a default setup, so I've got to tune it a bit. But some of the other cars I've tried, particularly say like the Formula V10, and it might be a bit overpowered. It might have a bit too much downforce. That car actually is a bit strong, especially compared to the Automobilista version, which had that good balance between downforce and it being a Formula car which can just bite your ass if you drive it improper. Now it just seems planted into comparison, but the hand is so much better for the most part. As hi everyone. So I'm very pleased to see that from Ree, so that seems to solve for the most part the hand in Automobilista 2. I haven't driven every car yet or every track, but seems to have gone better. I know there are still pretty big differences from what Automobilista was. I still prefer the Automobilista handling to this. But this is a project for Reese. If you followed what they did with Automobilista, they supported that for years. Normally, game studios, give up after half a year to a year. In this sim space, you've got like R Factor 2, Race Room, iRacing, Set Corsa Competizione, Set Corsa, which were supported for years by the companies. And thankfully, Automobilista 2 will be by Reza as well, with new content coming in the next couple of years. And then with updates, and they've already had a few hot fixes as well for this title since the claim version 1. The last one was, I think it was yesterday or the day before. where they adjusted some of the parameters for Bathurst. I tried this before when it came version 1 and it got very odd Bathurst, like it was a bit off. It's slightly better now. Still needs... No, it still feels a bit weird, especially compared to the iRacing version. A bit better than the race room version though. They're just going to clear off into the distance. I probably should have set this at 100, shouldn't I? Already completed the first challenge halfway through this race. But with the handling being improved, like, this game is just fun. Thankfully. Oh no, did I get too much curb? Come around the grass again. It can be slightly annoying driving snow cars because one of the differences I felt with this compared to Automobilista is I'm not sure how to describe it. I think Neil's described it best in his video when he was doing his Automobilista 2 impressions, where cars are just not pointy. Like, they understeer more, feels like in this. Like by default with the handling, and someone who likes a bit of a pointy car. Well, that's taken some getting used to. Like, it feels like I could... There's a better correlation with my throttle inputs and the steering to rotate certain cars. Like even this Superkart, I felt like I could... Even from what I'm driving now, I felt I could drive it a bit better in Automobilista than this. No, admittedly, this is kind of our first go at it, really. See, that corner feels massively wide for its elbow compared to iRacing, where the corner really, when you go down through the left hand, it really narrows up. In comparison, I should have lengthened the gearing, shouldn't I? But yeah, just that little nuance alone makes me not like almost a 2 handling as much as Automobilista. I know it is, as I said, massively improved from what it used to be. Full credit to Reza for really improving it through the early access period, like you're meant to in early access. That's why early access exists, to get feedback, improve your game before it properly gets released. Definitely with Steam, I don't think that is fully utilised in like almost every game, like that function. It's almost like early access is used as just marketing. Some companies, not to actually improve the game as much. But particularly for some titles, I remember Dirt Rally was really good early access. I mean, they already had like a roadmap before it went on early access, to be fair to Cody's. They kind of knew what they wanted to do anyway. Well, most companies have that idea, but then adjust things, like Kunos did with a certain course of Competizione. So that was a pretty good early access title as well, which improved gradually, and they were pretty damn good from what I've seen. Yet to properly try it out, but there's a GT4 DLC coming out next week, so I definitely will try it out next weekend, I think. So Automobilista 2 definitely better handling wise during early access. One noticeable difference you see with the Madness engine compared to the old Automobilista Moto 2 ISI engine, like the R-Vector engine that Automobilista was on. Here's the graphics. Like, this looks so much better. And that's always going to need a big positive moving on to the Madness engine from the old R-Factor engine that Reezer employed for a couple of games. I think since the beginning, actually. I think since Game Start they had that engine. So yeah, definitely looks better. And then you've got the weather options as well. So you've got rain, got snow. Actually, do we have snow? Definitely got rain. I haven't checked out if it's got snow yet. You may notice in the background I've got variable weather on as well, so it should be getting a bit more cloudy in the background. Ready to start the race. Yeah, even with the default Project Cars 2 handling. Oh my god, trying to push this kart to the limit through there, did not like it. But it's still fun for the most part, even though I didn't like the Chevrolet, what's it, Corvette I drove around, it was Long Beach for one of those challenges they had. Well, that car was horrible. But there was some cars that were fun in Project Cars 2. Definitely from the cars I've driven in Automobilista 2, they have been pretty fun. Even this car, even with the, let's say with like that kind of understeer and not being pointy, I like it. Again, it might just be default setup. Maybe if I mess with the solid, it will be better. Like, everything I've driven is fun, like the Formula V10. Supercars, the stock cars from 2019, 2020. A bit wide, first corner. So on the penultimate lap. My handling's moved on nicely. Graphics, there's pretty good choice. With Reese, I like their USP is definitely their Brazilian company, so they show Brazilian series like stock cars, like the Coppa Montana, which is the trucks. But then they also have this fantastic variety in historic content as well. So you don't just have modern stock cars, you got the 2020, which had the rule changes, 2019 stock cars. You've got the 1979 stock cars from the inaugural season, and they're going to be adding 80s and 90s stock cars as well. So you have them all through history, but you get the progression. Like we already have with the Formula cars, so you've got 1960s F1 cars, 1970s, which came with version 1, which had the Lotus 72E, the Kona M23, and the Brabham BT44, I want to say. Like these mid-70s Formula cars, and you've got the late 80s naturally aspirated and turbo F1 cars, the mid-90s V12 Formula 1 cars, the early 1000s V10 F1 cars, early 10s I guess you call it, V8 F1 cars, and then the modern Formula hybrids F1 cars as well. Like, fantastic variety there. And it's not just those cars, you got like Caterhams, you got Radicals, you got Ultima, DTR, you got the Pumas cars as well, which were good for racing. You got like older Brazilian cars that were good for racing as well. You got road cars, you got the Chevy Camaro, you got the Camaro series. So yeah, fantastic variety of vehicles to play with, have fun with. and variety of circuits as well. Again, not just modern circuits where you got like 70s and modern Kyalami, for instance. You got 80s Japan, like the Suzuka circuit, and modern. Well, it's called Kansai, isn't it? Okay. You also got Imina from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 1000s. Well, not 80s, but like early 90s, 2000s. You got Hockenheim coming in as DLC with 70s, 90s, 1000s, all the variations. Like, and then you got circuits from Brazil which you never see anywhere else, like Belo Park, like Curitiba, which I remember being in like Race 07. That's the only other I remember being in another game. Of course, you got the famous ones like Interlagos, the former Nelson PK circuit used to hold F1 and MotoGP, but yeah, for the most part you don't recognise the Brazilian circuits, and some of them are fantastic circuits as well. And then you got circuits from all over the world, all different variations as well, like Montreal 80s and modern as well, for example too. So that's what really draws me to Automobilista and Automobilista 2. It is that choice. Because you see stuff in here you don't see anywhere else, really. It's a bit like Racer with all their Swedish circuits, Norwegian circuits as well. You don't really see anywhere else. And circuits from all over the world, since their partnerships too, that's a pretty easy win in the end. It's active. Okay. So hopefully if the handling keeps improving, I will be coming back to Automobilista 2, but even in its current state, it's fantastic improvement from beginning of early access, and I'm very much looking forward to showing off more Automobilista 2 in the future, and maybe I'll show some Superkarts as well. I actually used to know someone who raced these. I might have to link their channel down below. It is absolutely insane seeing them race these karts around, but they're pretty good fun. I also probably need to do some work with the setup to make them more fun, make them handle I want. But round Bathurst, round any circuit you can drive these. They are insane. Because they are just hyper-powered karts, basically. Like I can lap this circuit faster than the Aussie touring cars, Aussie supercars. This car, because I can only lap them in around the 209 at the moment. So that shows how quick these karts are. But hope you enjoyed Automobilista 2 finally on the channel. And as I said, next weekend it'll probably be some ACC, checking out that finally for the first time in the GT4 pack, which is based on, I think, the European GT4 cars. So they've been teasing them of Kunos over the past kind of couple of weeks, so very excited to try out ACC properly for the first time next weekend to try that off. But I'll be back with who knows. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.